Good day everyone, I'm Rodel Mandani, B is 1B. Today with my group mates, we will discuss about the annotation of Antonio Morga, sucesos de las islas, Filipinas. Now let's talk about the state of the Philippines during pre-colonial period by comparing the point of view of Rizal and Morga. Rizal's annotation of Morga's sucesos de las islas Filipinas. First, we have geography. The Philippines was uninhabitable. It extended up to 12 degrees south latitude. Ptolemy, in his geography, indicated three islands, which are Senede, Gilolo, Amboyna, and their inhabitants. Those Philippines was not described and was actually habitable. It is actually at exactly 25 degrees and 40 minutes latitude north until 12 degrees latitude south. According to Morga, Philippines is uninhabitable and it extends up to 10 to 13 degrees south latitude, but Rizal disagreed because according to him, Philippines was deserted and was actually habitable. Winters and summers are opposite of those in Europe. Rainy weather is from June to September. Summer is from October to May. In Manila, by December to February, the temperature goes down more than it does during August to September. Thus, with regards to the season, it resembles Spain's as all the rest of the northern hemisphere. Winters and summers are opposite in Europe. Rainy weather is from June to September. Summer is from October until the end of May. And also according to Rizal, temperature goes down more than during August and September. Betel, pickles, and gender are abundant. Betel is kasubha in Tagalog. According to Morga, ginger are eaten. Buto or betel are abundant in the country according to Rizal. Betel is kasubha in Tagalog. Next, we have the culture and society. Draws pattern first before putting black powder, where the blood oozes out. Result agree. It is the same method as the Japanese. Body tattoo, according to the views of Morga, about the body tattoo patterns, it is a way of tattooing of natives and results agree on his statement because it is also the same method as the Japanese used. Tribes of whom cannot be saved because of violence. They will always choose violence until the government enters because of their inhuman ways as answer to those who do not submit to the friars. Indigenous people, Morga state that the native of Luzon are tribes from which they cannot be assumed to be safe, as they are bound of specifying in either good or violent means. However, according to Rizal, it can be cause of violence to those who do not submit to the friars until the government is involved due of their cruel ways. Men and women are many loving and capital, so when there is a price they yell. batting their body on rivers or streams regardless of their age. We find it everywhere in the world, even in Europe. Indians have hygienic customs which it is the proper way of taking a bath. Lifestyle and moral principles, bathing on river or streams regardless of their age, even if it as a remedy, taking a bath without regard to whether this might be injurious to their health. According to Rizal, the Indians have hygienic custom which is the proper way of taking a bath. There are no kings or lords to rule them. Morga was critical of the same of government because there are no rulers from myriad committees. Instead, one leader for each tribe. Rizal agreed that there were no such king. Rizal argued that it was better that way because having a leader that knows what the tribe needs and what problems they have is more effective. Government, according to Morga, there were neither king or lords to rule them. Instead, they considered principal among the native Rizals. Agreed there were no such a king. He argued that it was better that way. Why should the committees be beholden to one ruler who didn't even live among them and was not familiar with their needs and problems? Food. They prefer to eat salt fish which begin to decompose and smell. The ordinary food of natives in a very small fish which they called laulau. It is called bagoong, and all those who have eaten it and tasted it know that it is not or ought to be not rotten. It seems that Morga refers to tawilis or dilis, which is eaten by natives in large quantities. Next is faith. The natives set traps on the borders of rivers and streams near their settlements to secure them from which they fear and venerate. It is just like how other nations have their respect to lions and bears, putting their symbols in their shields and giving them vulnerable epithets. Abilities and crocodile. According to Morga, the native build on the border of the rivers and streams, and their settlements where they build traps to secure them, which they fear and venerate also. According to Rizal, perhaps for some reason, other nations have great esteem and putting them on their shields and giving them vulnerable or epithets. Great sorcerers and wizards who deceive the people and committed to them whatever they wish. They believe in omens and superstition. They could tell whether the sick person would live or die. Proved through the story of Father Quirino about the case of Armando who is sick. He often offers his body to see if he will be cured. But if he were cured, what could be said now to all who dead, despite all the mates of offered to the different virgins. They buried their dead in their own houses, keeping their bodies and bones for a long time in boxes and venerating their skulls. We find it more natural and pious to venerate the remains of our loved ones than those fanatical martyrs whom we have dealings and who probably will never remember us. Cotton is raised through the islands, which they sell and trade as threads. The natives of islands sell the artifacts to the Japanese. Natives are always meaning for gold, but when the Spaniards came, the meaning became lesser, and they just treasure what gold jewelry they have in facing the true generation. They also have cotton and not just rice. Rizal agreed it is a very interesting history shaped and valued with the price of 100 offered for one of them. The angels, on seeing that with around the capacity of encomendores and soldiers, abundant they work in the mines. And the price historians rotate that in order to save them from vexation. Both have their own views and geography, society, faith, and economy. During pre-colonial era, Rizal agreed to say Morga's claims but disagree to saying and made further connections and comments. Thank you.